In New Jersey, there are 3 entitlements in New Jersey workers' compensation. Number 1 is what we call temporary disability benefits. Temporary disability is up to 70% of one's salary, and each year there is a maximum. That maximum goes up every year based on the statewide average weekly wage. But it's 70% of salary up to the maximum. That money is paid to the injured individual for the time that that individual is deemed unable to work. And that decision is typically that made by the treating physician. It's not a decision that the injured person makes. It's not a decision that I would make as his or her lawyer. It's not a decision that the employer would make or the insurance company. It's a decision made by the doctor. And when the doctor feels this person is unable to work, they're paid temporary disability benefits. That's the first of the entitlements, the so-called Bill of Rights. Secondly, is medical treatment. And the statute requires that the petitioner be paid, not so much be paid, but be given all the treatment that is necessary to make that person whole. It's hard to use words like cured or certainly in this day and age, but it's to make that person as whole as medical science can, to cure him or relieve that person of the effects of the injury. Will they be left with some disability? Probably. But in any event, that's the second entitlement, is medical treatment. And I will get into that a little more detail with that in a moment. The third entitlement in New Jersey workers' compensation is what we call permanent disability. Permanent disability is pretty much what the words say. What it means is after that person is able to return to as normal functioning as they can get, back to work or not back to work. They've been paid for their time out of work. They've received all the treatment medical science can provide. If that person is still left with disability, then they are entitled to be compensated for that. And that's the third entitlement, permanent disability. What it means is, many people misunderstand and think, well, does that mean I'm never going to go back to work? It does not mean that. What it means is that they are left with some loss of function, as our Supreme Court has defined it, that they can't go back to their normal living because they are limited in their functioning. Limiting can be pain that they experience, inability to do the things they used to be able to do, lifting, turning, squatting, the kind of things that are basic to all our lives, either on the job or off the job. And when the petitioner experiences that sort of thing, that's when they are entitled to an award of permanent disability.